Hello, viewers. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this lesson today. You are most welcome. Today, we are looking at something different from what we have been looking at in the past weeks. We are looking at an aspect of English grammar, and that is adjectives. And what is it we are looking about? Adjectives. We are looking at order of adjectives. Order of adjectives. That is, how to arrange adjectives in a sequence when they occur together. So, what are adjectives? What are the types of adjectives we have? How do we arrange adjectives when they occur in a sequence? These and other relevant questions will be answered in the course of today's lesson. So, let's take a ride together. But before we proceed, let's look at our Bible reference so that you can have the Word of God, what the Word of God has to say. So, our Bible reference is taken from the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 13. And it reads thus: We shall find all kinds of precious possessions. We shall fill our houses with spoil. In the Bible passage just read to your hearing, you have the word precious and how. These words are adjectives. The word precious is an adjective of quality, describing the possession. The word hour is also an adjective, and this tells you that the Bible uses a lot of adjectives, and they're very, very important in the Word of God too. So take note of that, and bear the Word of God at the back of your mind as we proceed with the lesson. Let's quickly look at the behavioral objectives for this lesson, what you are expected to be able to do by the time we are through with this lesson today. What are those things? At the end of the lesson, you are expected to be able to explain adjectives. You are expected to be able to list the types of adjectives, give examples of each type of adjective, and you are expected to use adjectives correctly. Henceforth, in your sentences, when you write, when you speak, you use adjectives correctly. So, now let's delve into the nitty-gritty of today's lesson, and let's start with what an adjective is. What is an adjective? An adjective is a word that describes nouns or pronouns. We use them most often to qualify or describe nouns and pronouns in phrases and in our sentences. Now, apart from describing, they also help in making our writing and speech more interesting. They become more specific and more interesting when we speak, when we people read what we have written, and we have plethora of adjectives used in our compositions. Our readers or our listeners will enjoy our composition because they will find them very interesting. So, words like small, attractive, blue, sensitive, first, sharp, Shakespearean, Nigerian are all descriptive. In other words, they are adjectives. You look at the word small, that's talking about size, isn't it? Attractive, that's more of adjective. Good. Blue, that's color. So that gives you an idea or an overview of what adjectives are. Okay, having known what adjectives are, let's take a step further. And what are we looking at next? We are looking at positions of adjectives in words. Where do we find adjectives? What position do they occupy in phrases or in sentences? And as we look at this, we will also be looking at two categories of adjectives at the same time. So when we talk about positions of adjectives, that will help you in locating your adjectives in sentences. So let's start. So most adjectives or some adjectives are found immediately before the nouns they describe or qualify. That is, you see an adjective, then a noun follows it in your sentence. And when you have such adjectives preceding the nouns they describe, we call that kind of adjective an attributive adjective. What did I say we call such adjectives? Attributive adjectives. Yes, that is adjectives that show the attribute of the noun which they are describing. They impose the quality of those adjectives on the nouns. Look at the examples we have here. She wore a beautiful dress. What type of dress did she wear? A beautiful dress. Beautiful one. The word beautiful in a bold color is an adjective. He writes meaningless letters. Oh, the word meaningless there is the attributive adjective that is describing or qualifying the noun letters. I met a homeless person in Kenya. I met a homeless person in Kenya. What kind of person did I meet? Homeless. Oh. Then the word homeless is an attributive adjective and it is qualifying the noun person. Let's look at the next example. Lisa is wearing a sleeveless shirt today. Oh, today. What type of sleeveless shirt is she wearing? A sleeveless one. Okay. And lastly there, Ben is an adorable baby. What type of baby is Ben? An adorable baby. Now, one thing you will find about or you will discover about these attributive adjectives is that if you remove them from the sentence still remains meaningful. The only thing is that the presence of those attributive adjectives add additional information to the nouns they describe. Let me say that again. You will discover that if you remove the attributive adjectives from those sentences, the sentences will still be meaningful on their own. The only thing is that the presence of those attributive adjectives has added additional meaning to the sentences. Thank you. Now let's look at the other kind of adjectives. These adjectives are not placed before a noun. Instead, they are placed immediately after the form of the verb be. You know the verb be? Okay, it has forms is, am, was, were, are. Okay, those, if you see an adjective coming after that, that adjective is predicative. The adjective is what? Predicative, yes. And what about predicative adjectives? Look at them here. The soup is not edible. What is not edible? The soup. So the word edible there is a predicative adjective that is qualifying the noun ed. So it's referring back to soup. So there is a co-reference between this soup and edible. They are equated. Look at the second one. Linda's hair is gorgeous. What is gorgeous? Linda's hair. Okay, this glass is breakable. Breakable there is a predicative adjective that qualifies this glass. Nicer. This shop is much nicer. Oh, the word nicer there is an attribute is a predicative adjective that refers back to this shop. And lastly, we are intelligent. What are we? Intelligent. We are intelligent. So the word intelligent there is an adjective, and what is it doing? It's referring to we. Is although it's an attributive, is in predicative position. Now, let's take a step further and look at now how to order adjectives, how to how to arrange them. In English language, adjectives denoting attributes usually occur in a specific order. In other words, our focus will be more on attributive adjectives and not predicative adjectives. Now, when you have uh, a set of attributive adjectives, how do you order them? How do you arrange them? In what order do they come? What comes first? What follows? Is it possible to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even 7 adjectives arranged before a noun? Yes, it is possible. So let's look at how they are arranged or ordered. So we have here number. You may also classify definite articles definite articles the and indefinite articles a and an as adjectives too, but here they are not listed. Okay, so let's start here now. We have number 2, opinion stroke attributes quality, size, shape, age, color, origin or nationality, material, and purpose. This is the order in which these adjectives may appear when they are in a cluster, when they are in a sequence, when they are qualifying a noun, just a single noun. So now let's take them one after the other. Adjective of number, you have the examples here: 1, 2, 3, 4, seventh, second, ordinals and cardinal number. Number 2, opinion stroke attributes stroke quality adjectives. You know those adjectives? An adjective like beautiful, nice, ugly, unusual, lovely, neat. These are adjectives of quality, attribute, or opinion. Giving opinion and showing the quality something possesses. Okay. The next one there is adjective relating to size. Adjectives that relate to size have examples such as big, small, tall, enormous, tiny, and so on. Now, next to that in the arrangement, you have adjective of shape. Oh, you know the shapes we have: round, circular, square, spherical, rectangular, and so on. Now, after shape, you have age. Adjectives that have to do with age. And what about that? You have examples such as young, old, new, modern, ancient. Let's look at the next one now. That is adjectives of color. Adjectives that have to do with color. What are they? Blue, yellow, green, and so on. Origin or nationality: Nigerian, Turkish, Italian, Canadian. Mention them. Material from which something is made: wood, metal, plastic. And the last but not the least there, purpose: cleaning, cooking, sports, fishing. You will find those adjectives that have resemblance of a verb, but they are actually showing purpose. They are actually denoting more than that, more than just not just as verbs but as adjectives. So can you see this now? So take a look at them again and try to picture the order in which they appear: number, opinion, attributes or quality, size, age. Size. Let me start all over again. Number, opinion stroke attributes stroke quality, size, shape, age, color, origin, material, and purpose. You can form an acronym with that. Okay. So let's now see how to put this to practice with examples. So here we have examples. The attributive adjectives have been numbered according to how they appear in the list we have here in this order. They have been arranged here. So let's look at them one after the other now. The examples we have here, we have Um, it was made of a strange gray metallic material. You have quality there, color, and material. It's a long, narrow plastic brush. Size, shape, then material. Okay, then let's look at the third one there. Panettone is a round Italian bread-like Christmas cake. Panettone is a round Italian bread-like Christmas cake. In other words, we have shape, origin or nationality, then purpose. Okay, we have she's a beautiful, tall, thin, young, black-haired Scottish woman. Look at that. We have one, two, three, four, five, six adjectives in a row. Wow. Look at the next one. That one will amaze you. This next one will amaze you. So look at the set of adjectives and they are arranged following that order. The order you have been shown earlier here. Continue to take a look at that and continue to follow that. Okay, we have there a lovely large antique round black Spanish wooden mixing bowl. Ooh, a lovely large antique round black Spanish wooden mixing bowl. That is a lot. So it was 7 or 8 adjectives there. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. The next example, what an amazing little old Chinese cup and saucer. What an amazing little old Chinese cup and saucer. And the last but not least here, my sister has a big tan and white bulldog. So you see that this is actually a possibility of describing something. You see the fun in it, the complete description you give to something by showing every aspect of it, and that gives you a vivid picture of what is being described. Wow. Let's quickly take some exercise and see what we can, so that we refresh our memory of what we have just learned. Look at the following examples. I'm not going to give you the answer. You're going to put your answers. I'm going to attempt this and send your answers to me. If you have questions, go to the comment section. Put your questions there. I will create time and I will reply to your questions accordingly. So this one, attempt this, so that by way of refreshing your memory, you will learn something new. Okay, the house is dash, large and white, white and large, large white, flashback to the order of adjectives, the types of adjectives that can co-occur and in the order in which they can feature. They live in a dash house, large and white house, white and large, large white. Look at the next one. Which sentence uses the correct order of adjective here? We took a ride on a blue old Chinese bus. We took a ride on a Chinese old blue bus. We took a ride on an old blue Chinese bus. Take your time and look at that. Okay, maybe we should take a few examples more. Let's take one or two examples more. Okay, which sentence uses the correct order of adjectives here? I like 3 good reasons you don't like spinach. I'd like a good 3 reasons you don't like spinach. I like good reasons 3 you don't like spinach. I think you can easily guess the answer to that one. Okay, let's take one more, or maybe one or two. Which sentence uses the correct order of adjectives here? Two. I like that really big red old antique tractor in the museum. I like that really big old red antique tractor in the museum. I like that old red really big antique tractor in the museum. Think about the correct option there and put it down and send your answers to me. Okay, let's take a look at the last one. Okay. My brother rode a beautiful big black Frisian horse in the parade. My brother rode a beautiful Frisian big black horse in the parade. My brother rode a big black beautiful Frisian horse in the parade. I know you are putting down your answers. Okay, put them down and send them to me. My dear students, this is where we will draw the curtain on our lesson today. It's been a nice time together. I look forward to another time with you. Let us quickly take a recap before we finally call it a day. We have looked at order of adjectives today. Order of adjectives, and we did agree to look at how to arrange adjectives in sentences, and we have seen how the scripture from our Bible reference supports the concept of adjectives and even how the Bible uses it. Okay, we outlined our behavioral objectives, and that plunges us into the content of today's lesson. We have defined adjectives and stated why they are very, very essential in everyday writing and speech. Okay, we have looked at how to position adjectives, and we eventually discovered that we have two classes of adjectives: the attributive and the predicative, with examples. And we have looked at the order of adjectives. We have number, opinion, attributes, quality, size, shape, age, color, origin, material, and purpose. Okay, and we have looked at some amazing examples, beautiful examples. Then we are able to take one or two exercises which we did to refresh our memories of what we have just learned today. So, till I come your way, I remain your regular host. Adia Moludare Sunday is my name. I teach English language at Regis College, Isharemo, Ogun State. God bless you. Keep learning, keep getting better. The sky is not even a limit for you. Thank you, and God bless you.